Welcome back, everyone. Your host, Mitch, presented by Notorious Pulls Radio, and we're with our special guest, Williams Speed Kills Cavalli.
Thanks
William,
for having me.
yes, absolutely. Thank you for being on our show. Today, we're going to be going over a lot of fun topics in the boxing world. But before we get into that, let's get a little bit into William's career, him as a fighter, and coming up in his next professional bout. William, tell us about your fight career, where you're training out of.
I train Iron Rooster Muay Thai, Bed Stuy, Brooklyn, New York. Um, we in Warrensburg right now, 302 Morgan. So anybody want to come down and see us, we there. Um, but professionally out of Iron Rooster twice now. I have two fights under them. One at FNT Friday Night Throwdown, and another one at Freedom Fighters. And my next fight should be at Freedom Fighters. So we're gonna get more details into that.
William fighting Iron Roosters, record 1-1. Tell me about a little bit your fight career, how it started.
So my fight career started in PS 81. Most people they had like that in the fight world they had amateur fights. They grew up like cops and kids or like AAU and stuff like that. I didn't have that luxury. I was getting bullied. So from me getting bullied, my mother said, "I'm gonna put you in karate," and from the karate, it was on from there. Like every martial art you could think of after that, I've done taekwondo, kickboxing, ninjutsu, capoeira, kung fu. I did everything right after that. So yeah, it all started for me as a kid in the New York City public school system.
No, bullying is a very serious topic, of course. I love martial arts and I love how it keeps kids out of trouble.
Trouble, yeah.
Teaches people how to protect themselves, keep their guard up,
Hmm.
and to obviously, end bullying, as much as we can, and spread awareness on kids who are struggling with that.
I think, just my personal opinion, I think if we had like a martial arts program in schools, you wouldn't have any more bullying. And the reason why I say that is because bullies do that to people that they know they can do it to. It's happening to them at home for one, and when they go outside, they do it to the kids that they know they can do it on. If more kids understood consequences through trial and error, of especially getting hit, I don't think kids will be doing that as much. I think it would be a totally different turnaround of what we're seeing outside right now. So that's just my opinion on it, but I think it would prove very vital for the kids, the parents in the system, if they had some type of outlet that taught them respect through combat. Like if you go to Thailand right now, you go to different countries that have a fight culture. The kids know from an early age about martial arts and discipline and how to focus their problems through action or sports versus just lashing out. So I think we should have that in our schools.
I think that's something that the New York City mayor,
Eric Adams, check that out.
check this out for sure. We got to throw that in the budget, get some martial arts for the kids in the public schools. Private schools should definitely be offering
Definitely,
this.
definitely.
I think combat sports in general is growing when it's done correctly and in a controlled environment. Can have tons and tons of benefits for everyone.
This is the best era we've had as far as like, if you look at any combat sports, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, this is the best era we've had for combat sports in a long time. Everybody's getting paid. Everybody's being shown. Everything's being seen. Like I think we going down a good path.
Speaking about getting paid, look at right now the fight they made: Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, and what reports are saying is that Ngannou is guaranteed 10 million.
Listen, man. Shouts out to Ngannou because he bet on it. A lot of people was making it seem like he was going crazy, or he should have just took what the UFC was giving him, or oh, you signed this, you get what you signed for. You wasn't champion when you signed. Listen, he bet on himself and he just won. So shouts out to Francis Ngannou. Shouts out to him. He's about to about to have a real good Christmas. And that's a crazy fight for me to even wrap my head around. That is an amazing fight. I'm curious. I'm very curious about what could happen in that shit.
I mean, me personally, understanding boxing, understanding MMA, and Tyson Fury has the clear advantage. I even personally believe that Deontay Wilder is a harder hitter in just hands wise, than
Then
Ngannou.
think so?
Just that's just my opinion.
Mm.
Of course, you could disagree. So if a guy like Tyson Fury can fight Deontay Wilder,
You think he can go past?
I think he's gonna run circles around Ngannou. I think he is going to just completely abuse him.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Me personally, when it comes to fights, so before, like if you asked me this a year ago, I would have gave you who I think will win. Now, I never say who I want to win or who I think will win. I just say I hope they both come out at their best to give us a great fight. That's my whole thing now, because human beings, we have the ability to advance, evolve. We can think different. We can read different things. I don't know if Francis is gonna come in the way he does in the UFC. I think his style will be totally different. You get better coaches. Strictly think about boxing, I think his style's gonna be totally different. Do I think he's gonna outbox Tyson Fury? Hell no. Hell no. Tyson Fury is the illest, to me, one of the like top 5 heavyweights, boxers of all time. Of all time. Yes, I'm saying of all time. But I do think there's a chance that Ngannou could break him down if he gets the chance. I think so. If Tyson doesn't keep it out long and he showboats too much, I think Francis will take him.
Same with fighter's punch.
Yes, every heavyweight has a puncher's chance. Every heavyweight, especially Ngannou.
No, I don't disagree. The only thing that I'm actually thinking is this: I don't think he's gonna switch his coaching staff.
Oh, you don't think so? Then he's gonna stick with the dude with the dreads?
I think that's DC Black Cobra. He's gonna rock with him, who's a good striking coach.
Okay, yeah, he is.
And he's a very good striking coach. And I don't know. It's hard for me to say that he's gonna switch his team for this fight, because you get what I'm saying? It would just be a last minute switch. I mean,
when's the fight happening? Did they say when?
The fight's happening in the fall in Saudi Arabia.
Oh shit. That's amazing.
So he has a few months.
Yeah, I don't know. If he does switch, yeah, you're right. Yeah, if he does switch, I think it would be counterproductive.
It might be counterproductive because you only know as much as you know.
Yeah.
And how are you going to prepare for the best heavyweight?
Yeah.
In
the world.
In the world.
The fucking world. Yeah.
In the world by what? Just switching your coaching staff?
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. It might be counterproductive at that point.
So yeah, it might. Yeah.
You might as well just
stick with what he has.
Game plan. Put on the boxing shoes,
and just make it happen.
Yeah, get out of the octagon and just pray for the best.
I don't know. I'm really excited to see that. I'm really excited to see that. Almost as excited as I am to see Crawford and Spence.
Oh,
boy!
Finally, hallelujah! I mean, the fight everyone and their mother.
And they saying the best fights don't get made in boxing.
I mean. It got to the point where it's like
it had to. They had to.
It was an absolute must. I mean, obviously, Top Rank couldn't give Crawford the talent he needed. I mean, other than giving him the Sean Porter fight.
Yeah.
I believe he was fighting B-level guys. Not that nobody wants to fight Terrence Crawford, because a lot of the guys with the belts were on the other side. They were
PBC.
They were with Al Heyman. So until Spence, collected all the belts.
Unified, yeah.
So at this point in this game of chess,
that's what
they could only milk the cow X amount until this was this is the pot of gold that everybody wants.
Let's keep it a buck though. When Davis fought what's his name? Garcia, I think that's when everybody was like, nah, we gotta make these fights happen. Because they gave everybody what they wanted. I do think personally, I think we're gonna have Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson soon.
Oh.
I think we're gonna get that soon, strictly because all right, look at that fight happen. We're about to get the fight with Spence and Crawford. What's his name? We just said
they want to make the fight Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz.
We're gonna get that.
Money issue though.
But we're gonna get that though. We're gonna get that.
70-30. I'm telling you, Ruiz should take it. It's Deontay Wilder.
I would. If I was him, I would.
30.
If I was him, I would.
It's Wilder. I mean, he's been the WBC champ for years, defended his belt more than a handful of times. I mean, he deserves that 70 cut. Ruiz had obviously that crazy, win over Joshua at the Garden.
Which was a one-time thing.
It was a one-time thing, It was like...
I mean, if I was him, I would take it. but I would ask for some incentives on the back end. That's one thing as far as like fighters. People think, all right, I'm just gonna make a lot of money and stuff like that. From what I've learned and I'm talking to different people, older fighters and stuff, older people that's been in the game longer. Yeah, you get your purse, but you want incentives too. You want things on the back end. Everybody thinks they just want everything right now. Nah, you get the back end. Same way a rapper, he might get a show 20,000, right? Show up, get your 10, perform, get your 10 on the back end. So I think it's smarter ways to do it as far as like getting money, but some people don't want to trust that process. So I still think the fight will happen though. I still think that's gonna happen, and I think Ruiz would beat Wilder.
Wow.
I think Ruiz would beat Wilder.
You
I
know
think
what
he'll
it
beat him.
is? He just Ruiz has that like
Got
that
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 dog.
dog
He
in
got that
him.
dog.
He got the short arms and he has that Mexican head, like that grit, where like he can take a
Yeah, he can.
punch.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that?
You can't put this guy out.
Yeah, like
Nobody
before
puts Ruiz out.
people look at him like when he was like fat and shit like that, and they just think, oh, okay, he's not like a real fighter. He was knocking people out before he fought
Absolutely.
AJ. Like he
Absolutely.
had a good resume before he fought AJ. Deontay Wilder, I like what he. Did you see his last fight when he knocked out that the Viking dude?
Yeah, yes,
Did you
yes,
see
yes.
his press conference after that?
Hellenes.
Yeah, Hellenis. Did you
Yes,
see
yes.
like he was at the press
That
conference?
was a scary knockout.
That was
Yo,
that was
yo,
that was
yo,
that
God, now you just
was
brought it back like
that
my
was.
back. Like I just got a
But
shock in
I
my
don't see him
body.
doing that to Ruiz though. I don't see him doing that to Ruiz. I don't see that happening. I don't
The
see
thing
Ruiz
is,
knocking him out either though. But I don't see that happening to Ruiz.
a lot of people talk shit about Wilder. They say like he has a glass chin, but yo, he's tough as nails. He's a tough dude. You know,
Yeah.
he gives a punch, but he could take a punch too.
And
And he's a
in recent
light.
years, yeah,
And what do you
yeah.
mean
In
recent?
recent years,
That's even
no,
tougher. I feel like
because yeah, in recent years,
because he's been
yeah,
untouched.
yeah.
He's had such a
Yeah, he didn't need to. You know what I mean?
take
Like,
damage
so
because he
in
came
recent
in and
years,
cleaned
yeah,
up.
when he fought, what's the Cuban guy? Um, the big dude, King Kong. I forgot his name. Big Cuban dude, but they fought twice.
Ortiz.
Yo,
Louis
Ortiz was giving it to Wilder, giving
Yes.
it to him, had him on the ropes. That's when I saw like, yo, he got that dog in him because he didn't give up, no
Ortiz
nothing.
is 41, 42 years old.
Ortiz is like 60. That dude. You know they lie about their age in Cuba.
No, but yo, he's like the Yoel Romero of
He is, he
boxing.
is, he is.
You know,
That's another guy I love
that's a
Yoel
perfect
Romero, yo.
analogy. Like, if there was a Yoel Romero in
It
the
would be
boxing version, it would be
Ortiz.
Luis Ortiz. You know, so that's like the perfect. They
That's
might be
crazy.
cousins. You
It
know,
may
for all we
be.
know.
Shit, maybe. I like Romero. That's one of my favorite guys right there.
But
Everything
all
about that
honesty,
dude.
Spence Crawford. Where do, where do you see this fight going, ending? Who gets their hand raised?
So I think Crawford, like Spence is naturally bigger, but I think Crawford's heart is too big for him to give up ever. So like, remember when he fought Gamboa? Gamboa was giving it to Crawford. Crawford came back and dusted him. Every fight I see with Crawford, if he's not dominating, if the other person is winning, his heart get bigger and he rises to the occasion. Spence, only time I could say I saw Spence looking a little shaky is when he fought Sean Porter. But Sean Porter makes everybody look,
It's like he has a
yeah.
weird style to him. He like
But you know who he
aggressive.
didn't make look crazy? Crawford. Crawford got him out of there. Easy. So I never like to say who I think is gonna win, but if I had to say that, I would be leaning a little bit more towards Crawford. Spence, I love Spence. He's a hard-nosed fighter, Texas dude. He comes in southpaw too, so he comes in good right hooks to the body and everything. But I don't think Crawford is gonna be phased by any of that.
The only reason I'm gonna have to argue against Crawford is because of who Spence trains with. He trains with the Charlo brothers, so he's just like I feel like he can fight easily at 154. Like him at
Oh
140.
yeah, hell yeah,
Like he's
yeah,
that big.
yeah. He could, yeah,
You
he could,
know, but the fact that
easily.
he fights at 147 and he's such a massive body puncher.
He is.
He's the most ruthless body puncher at 147, other than Boots Ennis, who we spoke about.
Boy, I
That's
love
another guy
Boots.
who's
I
coming up
love
heavy
Boots.
at
I love
147,
Boots.
but he'll probably have to meet Virgil Ortiz. He's probably have to meet some
Yeah, he's
young
not getting a
killers.
title fight, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
still has to meet a few killers along the way.
I don't see him dusting everybody, but I do see him making. I do see him like giving good performances against
Yeah.
good people at 147. Boots is the future. Boots is the future. He's definitely the future. But right now, Spence and Crawford, like I see this. I think it might be a trilogy. Might be a trilogy.
If they run, yeah,
Might be a trilogy.
that would be nice.
Cause I don't see any of these dudes' hearts wavering. Like especially not Crawford. Crawford is like I said, his heart gets bigger as the fight goes on. Spence is just hard nosed. You saw when he fought when he got his first belt, when he beat Kell Brook in the UK. He's hard nosed. He just was on Kell Brook the whole time. But I think I don't know. I'm excited to see that. That's gonna be a real good one. That's gonna be a real fucking good one.
It's just been the fight. I've been waiting for this fight for like, I don't know, 2 years.
Yeah,
It's been like
everybody's
a
been waiting for
good
this one. Yeah,
2 years of like legit. That when they both had belts, by the time everything was
what happened?
collected
Yeah,
along the way with the Pacquiao and this, there's just so much, By the time everything got cleared out, all that smoke, Spence.
who wanted to see Spence fight Pacquiao? Who wanted to see that? I
Anyone
didn't want to see that.
anyone who wanted pain against Pacquiao.
I didn't want to see.
Anyone who wanted Pacquiao hurt really bad.
Yeah, he would have killed them. He would have killed them because Ugas
Yeah.
stepped in and took
But
him out.
Ugas is a good fighter.
He is. He beat Crawford in the amateurs. He beat him in the amateurs.
That's why I like Spence going into this fight, because like
because he beat the guy that beat the guy.
No, he's just beat better guys. I think he has a better resume at 147.
Yeah.
He's fought a better caliber.
Yeah, but he's
fighter.
PBC.
He's just had the option.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could do that.
That gives you that little bit of the advantage.
Every situation is different. So like my guy Simon, right? Big Azerbaijani guy. Dude's huge, right? Every time me and him spar is something different. I've known Simon for about 3 years now, but every time we spar is something different. So yeah, every situation is different. I don't know if I could say that Spence would just dust him, but like he's faced better competition, but I don't think he's gonna dust him. People from where I'm from, Roosevelt Projects, Tompkins Projects, Sumner, Marcy, the Courtyard, everybody's saying, nah, Spence gonna win. He did this, he fought these people. Bro, every situation is different. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Crawford. I like the underdog. I'm more for the underdog. Cause I've always been an underdog. So I'm for the underdog.
No, I love what Crawford brings. Obviously undisputed champ at 140.
Yeah.
Went up to 147. Wants to fight anyone who has a belt. He doesn't hide from anybody. So it's like
that's what I'm saying. Like and he always has a good game plan for in the fight. In the fight. Most people have a game plan before the fight. There's a game plan in the fight. Oh shit, he did this. I downloaded this data. Now I'm about to make this happen. I'm about to fight Southpaw this whole fucking fight now. And now you won't be able to touch me. And I already downloaded your data.
He kind of reminds me of Lomachenko a little bit. Kind of Loma does that.
Slightly.
He kind of gives you the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
To analyze, you pick up that data.
Yeah.
And then come like 5th, 6th, that's it. Like
he turns it on.
Yeah.
Loma's I think he won that last fight. I personally think he won that one. He had that 10th round was crazy. That 10th round was crazy. But you to beat the champion, you have to beat the champion. So, but yeah, he's another one. He downloads the data and just turns it up on you. He did that with Teofimo, but he just didn't capitalize.
Slow starter.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Those type of fighters are always going to play catch up, and it's tough sometimes playing catch up.
Yeah,
you rather get the first couple of rounds in the books,
and then
if you give up a round or two, then you can turn it on.
Turn it up. Yeah, that's why I like Mayweather so much, because from when I was a kid watching him up till now, I'm talking like Pretty Boy Floyd. In the beginning, he was just dusting dudes, just giving it to him. And then when I actually started to know what I was looking at, like I saw him fight Diego Corrales, and I started to, like my uncle, my stepfather, they would tell me what I'm looking at. They would explain it to me. And I was like, yo, this dude is the illest. Like, He's not doing nothing fancy. Body jab, good jab, body jab for 3-4 rounds. About the 5th, 6th round, the guy's already punched out, and then you like a syringe, just juicing the air from him from all them body jabs. I was like, that's perfect boxing. That's why I like Boots, because he does
The Philly
stuff
shell.
like that. Yeah. Well, yeah,
He has that same
yeah,
thing
yeah,
like Floyd. He shells up really good and he gets around, and he
yeah.
has good footwork.
That's an amazing. Yo, his llast fight with Villa, that shit was amazing,
Really,
man.
really good footwork.
Amazing. Fucking amazing. It reminded me of like watching Adrian Broner, because that's, people laugh, but that's my favorite boxer of all time, Adrian Broner.
I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
Yo, AB is.
No, he's that dude.
He's a character.
No. He's why boxing is good. You need guys like AB.
Yo,
You need guys like AB
listen, man.
in boxing.
That dude, when he fought, he had the pink gloves. He fought, I forgot his name. DeMarco. He beat DeMarco. That's his best fight ever, in my opinion. But that was like AB turned on. That's when he became my favorite boxer. But like, Boots reminded me of that fight. Smooth, pop, pop, pop. Smooth, nothing out of the ordinary. Infighting, move out when you have to, move in when you have to. Everything was perfect about that last fight he had. So like, I'm really excited to see more from him. That's one of the guys I'm really excited to see more from.
The one thing what's good about the way they're promoting him, he's been getting, the main event slots in his last couple fights.
Yeah.
So they're kind of timing it for him. They keep cranking
the
notch
little by
with
little,
the talent, trying to keep bringing him up. He's young. So they don't need to torch him.
Yeah, they're grooming him.
Getting him ready. All the people are getting older, but he's just getting better.
Well, the funny thing about that, do you think fighters get old now the way they used to?
No, I think that's a good thing you said that, is that right now with the science that we have and the education and nutrition, I believe if fighters can actually get better, depending on how serious they take their craft, because they say like after like you're 30, there's something clicks, the fighter gets smarter, he's more a little cautious, leaves that like
I could say that's
like
true.
barbaric version of himself
that's
behind.
That's true.
Because he wants to fight smarter, not harder.
Yes. Yeah.
In that sense. And I believe looking at guys who are older, like we spoke about, Deontay Wilder's a much older fighter.
Yeah.
He's in his late 30s. Fury, Yoel Romero. And then you have guys like, one of my favorite boxers is Artur Beterbiev.
Oh,
Beterbiev. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
older guy, but if you watch him, it's in the pudding, mountains, clean water, meat on a stick over coal,
Where's he from again?
He's from Chechnya.
Chechnya, okay. I didn't want to say the wrong country.
No, but the thing is he's from there, but like he trains in Canada.
Oh, so it's similar.
Just just cold woods.
Rocky IV type shit. Yeah.
And there's a thing about him, because I follow his camp. He doesn't like music in the gym.
Oh, so he just be raw dog in the workout. That's what we call a raw dog in the workout. No music.
When he came into the gym in Canada, they all had like music on, and he was convincing the fighters. He's like, listen, let's go like Fridays, no music.
Yeah.
We're training 5, 6, 7 days a week, but we choose one day, we'll cut out music. And little by little, they realized how much more they heard the coach, how much more involved hearing the bag, how they hit it. They were just more aware of everything.
Yeah, because you put sole concentration on what you're doing.
Because he believes like the music gives you like this, like you think it gives you energy, but he's like in reality it distracts you.
It takes away. Well, all right. One thing so I read a lot of books. One of my favorite is the Book of Fire Rings by Miyoda Musashi, and he says, submit yourself to the spirit of the thing, and the spirit of the thing will submit itself to you. So like when I'm training, I'm solely focused on the training. Like I'm not, some people might think I'm being rude, like I don't hear them or something. No, it's not that. But I'm solely focused on the task at hand. So I could see how that would work. Like sometimes I raw dog to work out too. Not every time, but a lot of times I do that too. I work out, do pull-ups, no music, or so like I definitely see how that would help. That's a great fighter right there. I fucks with that guy.
And the fight to make with him is obviously him versus Bivol. You know, and so I'm saying like boxing still has a lot of great
boxing
fights
will
to
never
make.
die. It'll never. I don't know why people make it seem like because MMA is out that boxing has took a step back. I don't think it ever took a step back ever. I think we're still gonna have
I
great
think
fights.
honestly, fighters recently realized that they should be fighting each other.
Mhm.
They've put some of the politics aside, and they've been.
Do you think it's the
ramping it.
boxer or the team?
Teams were being less risky.
Mhm.
I feel like teams were being like the thing about like in MMA, you don't control who you fight. The matchmaker,
Yeah, exactly.
they
Exactly.
run the show, so they're not gonna just put a fight card together. So all these are gonna be safe ass fights.
Mhm.
You know, they're not trying to do that.
Nah.
They want some element, even if the odds are safe, they'll still choose a guy who's mad dangerous, who possibly there'll be some weakness in you, or you might, like I'm saying, that it's just MMA, since there's so much different tools.
And they have a league like MMA. I'm sorry, UFC is a league.
It's a league.
You know what I'm saying? Bellator is a league, so it's in-house fighters and stuff like that. I think a lot of people think boxers. My cousin said, "Oh, this guy's scared. That guy's scared." I don't think necessarily that they're scared, but I think the team or their handlers are
promoters.
You know what I'm saying? Moving things around. Like you said, I think they realizing that like, yo, we have to make these fights. If we're gonna survive in the industry, we have to make these fights. You know, and I'm happy to see them. Like as a fight fan, not a fighter myself, but as a fight fan, like I'm happy to see them. Like, I just hope we keep getting more of them. But like you said, Bivol and Bitterbia, I fucks with Bivol heavy. When he fought Canelo,
I was gonna say.
I was like, yeah, that's a big dude. It was like, nah, but Canelo beat what's the dude from Russia? Kovalev. I was like, every situation is different. Like, that's not, don't do it. And then what happened? He outworked Canelo, did everything he wanted to. Like,
so like I kind of knew that Canelo was in big trouble when, if you ever watched the fight when Bivol fought Joe Smith Jr. from Long Island.
To do with
with that one arm.
Yeah.
And he's a really long guy, big puncher, heavy puncher.
I've been in the gym with him. I've been in Green Fitness with him before. He was fighting Bernard Hopkins.
Yes, he knocked Bernard Hopkins out the ring.
Yeah.
No, so he's a big puncher, very hard hitter, and the way Bivol controlled, and just like Bivol doesn't just punch once. You catch four. It's like you can't just get one. You're getting four at a time.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like the punches come really fast, and you have to shell up. And then it's head, body. You know, he just throws it.
Yeah.
He beats your shoulders down.
Yeah.
He really just hits you up. You know, like he beats your arms up, even if you're guarding.
Yeah. That's that. We call it caveman tactics. You hit the shoulder.
Yeah. He kind of just beats up your whole body. He grinds you down, and he doesn't cut a lot of weight at all. For him, like 175, it's such a natural weight for him.
So what does he walk around like 180 maybe?
Yeah, he could probably walk around 185. Just not like just for him.
I thought he was coming down.
No, he can make 168, and he wanted to fight Canelo for his belts. They don't even want because they know the 7 pounds for Bivol it's not a make or break him. It's not gonna break him. You know, just they can make that adjustment.
I'm glad he getting his recognition. Like he deserved that. Like you just beat the. I mean, you think Canelo's the best in the world as a boxer?
I think he's one of the best, and Canelo has a good resume too.
He does. Hell yeah.
Canelo has a good resume. He fought guys like Billy Joe Saunders. When Billy Joe Saunders was like, people were like, and
he started to do a little good towards the end of those last few rounds. Billy Joe Saunders, but Canelo just broke the orbital.
Yeah,
but he's another one that was like, I don't know. The UK fighters is kind of funny.
No, they built it up. They, he was undefeated, and then they brought him against Canelo. They made the fight.
That's a funny dude. You ever see when he fought Eubank? Chris Eubank Jr. And like the shit talk. I was like, yo, this is the funniest shit in the world. And then he went and dusted him. But Yeah, I could see. I could definitely see Bebo doing some work with Bitter Diaz, man. That would be a real what's that say? Barn burner? That would be a real fucking barn burner. I think Bebo will take that though. I think he'll take that.
The only reason I think Beagle has the biggest advantage is because of just the punches and bunches, and like I said, that
and he's able to
footwork.
keep doing it too.
And he has that like herky jerky style
Yeah.
of fighting. Like he comes in and out, and then he just blasts a couple punches,
Yeah, that's a quick,
keeps
quick.
moving
That's a
around.
big, quick dude.
He's never grounded on his feet.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Only after you're fully caved up, then he'll step on his punches and really lay it in on you. So I loved always, watching his fights. I was watching Bevo on HBO.
Oh, damn.
Like when Bevo was fighting on HBO, that's when I
ago.
was fighting Bevo, and they were like already, saying like this is gonna be the next thing. This dude is.
Yeah, I'm glad he getting his recognition.
Yeah. And guys, remember, if you always want to support us and keep watching our show, Notorious Pulls, please leave a like, follow, subscribe on all social media platforms. I want to thank William Cavalli, Speed Kills, for being on our show. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you soon, and enjoy.